Okay, and good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Thamesin TV's Train Simulator Classic live today. Now, obviously, I've bought a couple of new packs, obviously over the Christmas holiday. So there are a few packs, obviously, I have got, which I did get in the sale, obviously recently. So the plan for today is to pretty much get everything finalised. I'm just going to try and block that a minute. There we go. So yeah, so everything today is going to be a little bit more finalised because I'm going to sort some bits out. So basically, now we've got quite a few different packs to pick from, because so far at the moment, right, before I got the new packs yesterday, I only had obviously the basic starter ones you get on Train Sim Classic anyway. I also got the Chatham Main Line and Medway Valley lines, Chatham Main Line itself, the London to Faversham High Speed pack as well, London to Brighton, London to Bedford, and then obviously the North London line and the Isle of Wight. Now, today, when I bought the packs, I've now got the Chatham Main Line Victoria to Dover and Ramsgate, so I've got the extension pretty much of the main line anyway. I have also got the Goblin as well, so I've got the North London Goblin now, so now we can go over to Barking as well, and obviously run a route obviously out to Barking as well. So the only thing I will say actually now is since I got the new pack, when I go onto the London, obviously to Faversham High Speed, there's like obviously I've got these networkers anyway. The only difference to that now is if I come out of it and select the Victoria to Ramsgate, there's a different high speed. Basically, it's the same 395. It's just a different. For some reason, it seems to be a different one. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I've done, but when I scroll to the bottom, because the thing is, I've already got a 700 unit as just like a unit on its own, but I didn't know you could actually drive these on like an actual route now. So I can do a Bedford to Rainham, but that it says here 32 minutes. I'm pretty sure that'll probably start somewhere else because I'm not sure it's going to be starting obviously at Bed. Because here's the thing, right? You can't on Train Sim Classic. You can't physically run like a service from like one pack onto another. It's not possible. So the only thing I can think of is that obviously because it is a Thameslink route, usually it's a Luton to Rainham. It doesn't start at Bedford. So really and truthfully, the Thameslink route that we're doing today, obviously that we would obviously do today, would have to probably start somewhere like Swanscombe because the pack doesn't go to Dartford. So I don't know if that's different now, but obviously looking at this, right, we've got Blackfriars to Sevenoaks, and we've got Orpington to London Blackfriars. So we've got an Orpington to Sevenoaks. So we've got all these, but it's just like what annoys me a little bit is that when you look at these are like Faversham to Dover, so these go via Canterbury East. And then got an Ashford, yeah, so it says here that an Ashford to obviously London Blackfriars. It says drive a 465 networker from Swanley to London Blackfriars on an early autumn morning. So I'm not sure. Yeah, so then again, it then says Rainham to Ramsgate. There's nothing on here about Sheerness, so I'm not too sure whether you can actually do a Sheerness one. I'm surprised there's no Sheerness like Virgin Oil on. Ah, so I think these have been extended a bit because I think no, they haven't. Okay, okay, maybe not. Yeah, because when I do quick drive mode, I can pretty much do Sheerness to like Gillingham as an example, but I can't do it in career mode, so I don't know what that's about. Unless there's something in here. No, they're all rail fans. Yeah, so I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do it anyway. Because the point was, I was going to be able to then obviously go on the Sheerness branch, but it looks like you can't. I don't think it's possible anyway. So I might have to obviously do another route for that one. Unless it does work on another pack, but I doubt it does, because the problem is I don't think there's any other packs that work with certain ones. So, on the basis of this, I'm going to do this 15-minute one, Ramsgate to Margate, quickly. So you guys obviously can see obviously what this 395 does. So I'm just going to go into that anyway now, because otherwise I'm going to be talking too much for the rest of the day. If you have obviously just joined the stream here, we're doing the pack obviously involving the Chatham Main Line and the extension on it. Here we go. So yeah, good evening, good afternoon, I think more like, mate. You'll be operating. Welcome aboard this 395. Yes, we know what a 395 is. Come on. I mean, like today you'll be taking this 395 and 1J84. That's the usual code you get usually when you enter it into the diagram. Ramsgate to Margate, and you'll be calling the Broadstairs and Margate today. There are no expected delays on today's service. Please allow passengers to board here before departing. Okay. So what we'll do... Yeah, so this is a 395. There goes the AWS already. We've not even departed yet, and the AWS has just got off. Oh dear. Now, last night I did, like... Thanks for that. Someone just basically just barged right into me. Anyway. So yeah, last night I had obviously a bit of a play around this simulator of the Sheerness to Gillingham, but it got held at Queenborough for some reason, and I don't know what I've done to it. But it obviously means that obviously I can't really do a Sheerness one today. I might do a Sheerness one maybe if it's if it's going to be possible, but today probably not a good idea. Yes, next stop will be Broadstairs. Let me do the lights. Come on. Let me do the lighting. Okay, so here we go. So we'll do this now. I'm hoping it'll be really nice to me today. It's already been a failure already this morning. Yeah, so yeah, today there's a rail strike on at the moment, so South Eastern services are not even running at all. So like for me to be operating this is quite rare, because the last time I did a stream obviously on something like this, I actually ran a service from Victoria to Gillingham, and it was that was also on a day where there was also strikes as well. So strike days seem to be the best day to do these type of streams. I'm hoping to go train spotting a bit more this year, but I've got to check to make sure there's no strikes obviously affecting obviously when I do stuff. So I've noticed we've got 12 coaches, so I don't entirely know how this is going to be in the platform. Broadstairs, but I know Margate can do 12 coaches, but can Broadstairs do 12 coaches? I thought these can't do 12. I don't know. I have to have a look. See, that's the thing, guys. I've got to try and have a look a bit more in depth at stuff, because I don't. Obviously, I don't really know what's. I can't go that fast anyway, so I can go up to 50, but like we've got a 30 limit coming up anyway. The thing that does worry me about this stream is the fact that I don't know how good it'll be, because I've had dropped frames before where I think I've gone too fast for the train. So I don't know how good the stream's going to be. If anyone can tell me how good the stream is, please leave it in the comments below. I'll look at them later. This is Dumpton Park, another high speed obviously going straight through there. Dumpton Park's never really served by any trains on on any high speed services, so we've got an 80 limit coming up next, but like I'm not even sure how long that's going to be. My stomach started rumbling as well. Probably, basically, right, I'm doing the stream at lunchtime because it's lunchtime now, and like, yeah, I've not even had anything to eat yet, so I probably do need to go and have something to eat soon. What I might do after this, I might do a quick drive from, say, Sheerness to Sittingbourne or something like that, just so we can knock the branches out today, because I've not really had a chance to play on it fully. So, but I know it's I know some routes have got very different loading gauges, because I know that there's a bit of a difference. Broadstairs coming up now. I'm not too sure how long the platform's going to be. See, that's the thing that does worry me about this station, because I'm not too sure how long the platforms are. Is that it there? But yeah, so yeah, I don't know how long the platforms are going to be. But obviously I am going to have to try and obviously stop the train in a minute, because I've got to try and obviously a light, so... Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, once it gets to 25, I'm going to then ease. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried now, because I'm not too sure how long this platform actually is. The thing I'm trying to look for really is the S stop, because yeah. Okay, so that says 4 and 6. We don't want 4 and 6. We want 12. I'm not even sure the 12 car stop even exists. I think that's the thing that does worry me a little bit about this. Now, will the doors open? Right, so the front ones won't, and the back ones won't, even though it is actually in the platform. Yeah, so Train Sim's obviously playing about with some doors here, because these doors are supposed to open, and so are the front ones. I don't know why the doors are not open, but I guess probably it does depend obviously on where you are on the train, and I think we've got a delay as well. All time limits penalty. Oh, okay, that's not bad. I thought we were going to get delayed, so okay, right. Let me just do a check of the doors a minute. Right, doors are shut. Doors are shut. Right, let's go. The only reason why I have to check the doors is because sometimes Train Sim keeps the doors open for as long as they usually do, and I think it's probably because there's a bug in the system where it doesn't obviously close properly. So yeah, yeah, that's sorry, that was the whistle. Sorry about that. That noise you can hear in the background, the click noise, is the basically the dead man's pedal. The only reason I've got to obviously keep pressing that is because otherwise the AWS comes up and then it then closes the train down after like 2.2 seconds. So like, yeah, so I've got to try and be a bit careful, because obviously I'm having to listen out for that. I am hoping in future to get like a rail driver type thing, because there is a board you can get which actually has the actual controls of the train on it. The only problem is they're very rare to find now. I think you were like selling. I think some people were selling them for like 400 quid. So like, I'm not too sure really it's going to be worth the money anyway. The only exception to that is maybe if I get it, obviously, at a time when, obviously, I might be playing more Train Sim, but at the moment I'm not really playing it every single day. I only play it like once in, you know, maybe once a week, or maybe twice a week, or something like that, or even like twice every 2 weeks. It's just mainly because I don't always do it all the time. This is not something I do for a living. So, the only thing I will say, it says Margate Platform 4. Platform 4 is a terminal platform, so I'm not... Are 12-car trains going to fit? I don't know. See, the biggest worry I have, guys, is the fact that 12-car trains never seem to fit on here. When I've done HS1 before, 12-car trains have never been known to fit in the platforms very well. And this has been a bit of a problem for some time now with Train Sim. And the problem is, right, I could get Train Sim World 3. The only problem with Train Sim World 3, though, I've seen apparently that HS1 has got all sorts of problems with it. So I kind of don't want to go down that route yet until I know that HS1 is stable. And HS1 goes to Ashford. It does go to Ashford on that stream, on that game, so I kind of want to do like a full St Pancras to Ashford service, but the problem is that's going to be really... Yeah, there goes the AWS. As you might probably tell, the AWS does seem to be set off a lot on here. There's a 30 limit coming up for some reason, I don't know why. And you wonder why I have to keep myself on my toes all the time, guys. Right, so then now we've got double aspect. So yeah, yeah, so we've got a 30 limit coming up. Margate obviously over to the right now. I am fairly confident this will go below 30 before we get to it. Might have to speed it up a little bit. And then we got 15 as well. Why have we got 15? We don't, maybe because that's what it is anyway. I'm hoping this train will actually fit in the entire platform, because if it doesn't, we're going to have a bit of a problem. I have been to Margate before, like in real life, on the train, so I have actually been in platform 4 before. I've actually been on platform 1 as well. I'm hoping this is quite a long platform, because I'm not too sure how long this train can actually fit. It does look like it's a reasonably long platform, so I'm hoping... I'm just trying to be a bit... Okay, we'll do it like that. Doors now open. Now change ends for the lights. So yeah, so that is Ramsgate to Margate, and we'll do Sheerness to Sittingbourne in a minute. So we'll try and ensure ourselves obviously a little bit different. But yeah, basically that's Margate to Ramsgate. So basically we've just done that. We're just waiting for the timer to run out, so I can then say yes, I have completed this, or no, I haven't completed it. The problem I have got though is obviously the fact it says 18:14, but the problem is it's 18:15 according to the clock on there. So, whereas in reality, in real time, it's 12:29. So, I don't know where they've got 18:16 or whatever it is from or whatever. So, yeah, sorry, I was just having a little bit of a drink really, because obviously I was quite thirsty. So, right. Well, and driver you arrived on time and given plenty of time for the staff to prepare the train for its return journey to St. Pancras. You can't even spell journey. Journey's got a U in there. Where's the U? Please tell me where that U is. Yeah, so it said 32 to 38 seconds late, but probably I couldn't do much about that. Sadly, that was, what's this? So we've got that now. Right. Now, I'm going to... I could operate a turbo star on it? No, I don't want to do that. See, this is the thing I really want to try and do. I want to be really sneaky and operate a 319. But I kind of don't want to today because it's not really something we're going to do. 375s. That looks hideous. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to operate this. No, I don't want Bromley South to whatever. I want... Right, I want to go from Sheerness. I want to go... Why is Sittingbourne not on there? Oh, there it is. Oh, I thought maybe Sittingbourne wasn't on there for a minute. I was thinking, so why the hell was that not on there? But then I realised, yeah. Right. So we've got three coaches. We've got Sheerness to Sittingbourne. This is the route that they actually do now, because previously they used to be networkers. They used to be 466s, and the 466s fail like the persons with restricted mobility guidelines now, and the problem is Southeastern now have to withdraw a lot of the 466s unless they work in accordance with the 465s. So on the Medway Valley line and also here on the Sheerness line, they now operate a 3-car Class 375 because it does meet the requirements obviously for it. So yeah, in reality, I'm not. Okay, so the electric wasn't even on anyway. Right, give me that. Let me just check to make sure that everything's fine at the back. Right, let's open the doors. Doors are open. But yeah, so this is Sheerness now. Looks like the doors are going to close very quickly. So yeah, from above you can probably see here that it is a bit, yeah, it's very wintry at the moment. I've obviously set it to winter because it is winter here in Britain. So but yeah, so that clicking sound again is the AWS pedal. So if I do end up spadding, yeah. The only thing I will say, they have got overhead wires here. Literally, if I hover over these, they have got like shoes down, shoes up, pantograph up, pantograph down, the lot. I'm not sure the 3-car units have them though, so yeah. But yeah, so I'm hoping to do some more train sim stuff obviously in the next couple of weeks. But obviously I have got to see how I go because I'm probably not going to be able to do this obviously too often. Otherwise I'll, obviously otherwise I'll get too bored of the routes. But this year I'm hoping to go to some places. I'm hoping to try and do a bit more train spotting if I can, but only if I'm going to be allowed to. It does depend obviously because some stations are a little bit wary of train spotters now and I don't know why. Yeah, so we're now on a 30 limit here. So I'm just going to speed up a little bit. I don't know why I had a problem at Queenborough. There shouldn't be a problem at all unless I was waiting for another train. I don't know. Unless that's probably why, but like there shouldn't be any problems anyway. I mean, I'm hoping with this stream today I can actually operate for a fair amount of time. I mean, I'm going to go and have some lunch. Oh shit. Oh dear. Yeah, I just started speeding. That's because I was talking too much. Oh dear. I mean, I kind of get why there's a 30 limit there because obviously of that curb, but like hardly anyone comes from that other direction anyhow. Because they used to go down to Sheerness Docks, and Sheerness Docks no longer exist anymore. Well, it does exist. It's just that there's no rail connection to it anymore. There used to be. There was a level crossing on the A249 road, and level crossing would always be activated if there was a freight train going down there. But because freight on the Sheerness line has declined considerably, they've they've kind of not bothered for the last few years, because obviously no one's going down to Sheerness docks anymore. So, but yeah, so yeah, the whole point of this train sim today is mainly just to drive about because I'm not really doing any full routes today. The only one I did do was obviously Ramsgate to Margate. I'm just doing Sheerness Sittingbourne at the moment, but that's only because I've got not much else to do. So I'm just having a bit of an easy day at the moment. So it is also raining yesterday as well. So like obviously rain is a big factor here. So this is why I can't always go out all the time. So that's why I'm obviously yeah, I'm always in here. So but yeah, so yeah, if anyone's interested in obviously suggesting any like train packs coming up, then obviously do so. But like for the time being, I'm not gonna get too many train packs at the moment because there are only certain things I can do, and obviously it does depend obviously how much I have got as well. So see, this is the problem with this sort of trains. Well, the problem is it decelerates a lot, but when you try and accelerate, it doesn't go as fast, and I don't know what that's all about. So what I'm gonna do is get into the station, apply the brakes for the moment. Open the doors. One of my cats has just come in now, basically thinking that they're going to get loads of treats and that, and I can't really give them treats at the moment because they... Oh, cheers, thank you. Because they seem to always throw them up, so like, I'm not going to give them anything for the moment because otherwise they'll just be sick, so... Right, so let's get on to next station, Swale. I kind of want to see if this is going to spat again. This so far has been running, so this must be a 395 issue because we're just trying up the accelerator a little bit. I think my biggest problem, obviously, with the demand handle here is the fact that when it works, it works. So now we can go up to 35, and then we can go to 75. Yeah, at the moment I've still got this horrible cough, but the problem is I can't do much else about that because I have got, unfortunately, problems. So yeah, so this is the I believe this is like the only single line branch line, obviously, between on like the whole southeastern network now, because the only other one did used to be on the what's his name? It did used to be a single line branch, but I think this was down like Ashford to Hastings, but that was not operated by Southeastern, that was operated by Southern. So I believe this is like the last. Yeah, so as you can probably see on here now, Swale is coming up obviously on the bottom here, so I'm gonna try and go to Swale. Is that the dead man's? Yeah, that's the dead man's button. I don't want to push that. We've got a 30 limit coming up, so obviously I'm having to slow down because I think we're going over the King's Ferry Bridge. So signal all seems to be drink. There's a double-decker bus. Since when did they have double-decker buses on here? I thought they never did. So yeah, so now we're on a 30 limit, and I believe it's going to be like this now. Obviously, when we go over the bridge. So the bridge is obviously a it was there was an original railway bridge here, and this was I think way back in like 1900s or so. Um, they did the newer bridge, the Kingsferry one. This was built in like the 1960 itself. Because the Sheppey Crossing didn't come along until 2006. So I think for I think nearly what half a century, this was probably the only crossing, obviously, point between like the Isle of Sheppey and the rest of mainland Britain. So. And I think we're going to have to coast, obviously, a little bit here because I'm not too sure we're going to be able to go over. Yeah, so the third rail, there's a massive gap in the third rail here. So yeah, so when I get to Swale, I'll get a picture, obviously, of the station itself because this used to be Kent's least used station, which is now obviously been overtaken by Kem Sing, which is on the Maidstone East line. This did used to be Kent's least used station here at Swale for many years, but I think because train spotters like me always go to it now, the true passenger numbers are no longer, yeah. So yeah, so as you guys can probably tell, um, I'm just obviously getting screenshots because obviously I just yeah, I like getting screenshots of stuff, so. I don't think the doors are closed yet. No, the doors have not closed yet. Oh, never mind. They just did. Okay. Right, okay, so here we go then. So yeah, so now we're going to go back onto the double track section now because this is now obviously the last part of the single track. Yeah, this is the Sheerness to Sittingbourne line. So if anyone has just joined us, we've just left Swale and are now heading south. The A249 is to our right, as you can probably tell here if I can lean out the window. Yeah, the A249 is to the right here. I've been over that bridge many times now, so. There's a little bit of a lag spike there. I don't know what that lag spike was about, but yeah. Next station is Kemsley, not Kemsing, Kemsley. There's a bit of a difference between the two. There's a lot of like words with like Kem in it in this part of England, so like I don't know why. If anyone's got any local history on that one, please tell me. But other than that, yeah. Yeah, the stream's going to end obviously sometime before 1 o'clock, because I'm not going to do any more routes after this one. This is just obviously a bit of a quick, like, live, you know, like chat and drive, pretty much like drive and chat type thing, because obviously we don't do much else during the day, so. We've got a whistle coming up obviously soon as well, looking at the bottom here. Right, so yeah, so Kemsley's coming up. Kemsley's coming up obviously on the bottom here, but like the station's not even that far. So yeah, I think it'll be some time before we get there. I'm just gonna obviously put my foot off the, get my hands obviously off that first. There seems to be a slight gradient here. I think if I take, you know, take it down to the odd position obviously on that, then obviously yeah. So yeah, I've not really seen like the outside of Kemsley Station. I've never, you know, I've been through it. I've ticked it off. I've just never got out at it, but that's only because I've not really had a reason to do so. No, never really got out at Swale for exactly the same reason. There's nothing really at Swale, nothing really at Queenborough. The only place really that has stuff is probably Sheerness, so that's obviously where the train terminates. So I'm going to look for the free car stop. There's no point in me stopping all the way down here. Yeah, so another train's just gone straight through. Or is that actually stopping? No, that is actually stopping. Okay. I thought he was going to go straight through then. But yeah, it looks like you can actually fit, I think, 8 coaches in this platform. I don't know how, but it looks like you can. So, because obviously, if you see on here, like if you base it on here, like literally that's a 3-car train. It fits. Right, so that's outdoors. Right, here we go. it does seem like our guard has just obviously left the train because I've not heard any like bells or buzzers yet. So for quite a while now. So I don't know whether he just got on. He left his post. He just got on left his post. I don't know why, but okay. So yeah, yeah, another thing to note, guys, there is going to be a period where I'm probably going to be starting to go to the gym, and I'm going to start obviously having a bit more exercise to do, because I am thinking of actually playing like 5-a-side or 7-a-side football, of some sort of of some kind. I'm probably not going to go back to doing my tournaments I used to do anymore, because I've kind of fallen out with the team. The team have, yeah, I'm not too sure. The team obviously are great. They're a nice bunch of lads, but sadly we're going to get to a point where I'm going to have to obviously go into pastures new, obviously, what they call it. Now, I don't want to speed up too much here because I'm going to have to go round a bend soon. Yeah, like 0.75. Yeah, so I don't know what other games to do. I might possibly play some FIFA if I get to a point. I'm kind of tempted to download some FIFA games obviously onto here, but I'm probably not going to play them all the time. Because I'm trying to broaden my horizon a bit, but I might do World of Subways Volume 3 if I can get the disk drive to do it. World of Subways Volume 3 seems to be a bit of a problem for me because I can buy it obviously on the Steam store, but I can't seem to get it for some reason, like from my disk drive. Because this laptop I've got now does not have a disk drive. Most laptops don't now, and I think this is a new feature they've got in most of them. So if I'm going to play World of Subways Volume 3, I'm gonna have to probably try and get an external disk drive of some sort, which is not a problem. I mean, they do loads of cheap ones out there, but you know, like a lot of them out there. But I want to try and get a decent one because probably if I don't have a decent one, I'm just leaving it on like that because I know that because obviously we're going uphill, it's gonna really mess this up. So. I mean, come on, why would you put this on a hill? I mean, branch it down and into the branch. And what's that about? If anyone can tell me why that is, if anyone obviously who travel this line, please tell me why there's something like that, why there's a dip here, because like, I can't seem to get it, hang on. Oh, okay, it's a double aspect. I thought, I mean, why is the AWS going off again? There's nothing here. But yeah, we're going to be routed into sitting on platform 3. So, platform 3, obviously, I didn't mean to speed, it's just that it went pretty much straight back up again, so I don't know what that was all about, but there we go. Is there any point trying to raise the speed? Because the thing is, we're gonna have to lower it anyway soon. Yeah, I know I know the signal is there. All right, I know the signal's there. It's just displaying a I think it's single amber. Yeah, single amber. So, or single yellow as they call it. Yeah, so we're going into platform 3. So to be honest, there's no point in me raising. Yeah, there's no point in raising that. So yeah, yeah, 15 obviously to go over here. Yeah, we have now hit 15. so far, looking at this, we've done 45 minutes of streaming. We've only done 2 routes today. And I'm surprised because I thought there'd be some drop frames on here, considering not seeing that, but it looks like it's probably because of the speed we're going at. So leave me head out the window for this one, because I've got to try and find where the stop board is. The stop board's there, but I'm just going to go past it and stop at the other one. Right. And that is Sittingbourne. Mind the gap between the train and the platform by the looks of it. If you see here, look, blimey. That is a bit of a gap. Obviously there. It reminds me of, it speaks Clapham Junction to me, basically. Well done, you've reached the end of this quick drive scenario. Okay, thank you. Right. Yeah, so... Yeah, so so it says here, obviously, operation areas being twice. That was because there was one at, obviously, just after leaving Sheerness. I mean, obviously, the other one, obviously, as you just saw there earlier, on the approach to Sittingbourne Eastern Junction. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. I'm not too sure what other routes I'm going to do. Or in reality, I mean, like, at some point what I want to try and do is probably use some more like these. Now, I don't know, really, because this is the one I used to do, when I first got the pack to start with, there used to be only, like, 2 things here. There used to be only an East Coast, and then there used to be, like, a West Coast. The one I might do, at some point, when it's got London, yeah, to Faversham. I don't really want to do London to Faversham. I've had enough of trying to do that. The route I wouldn't mind trying to do at some point, I want to try and do a London to Brighton or a London to somewhere. Yeah, look, you can do a semi-fast London to Brighton service or Brighton to London. Oh, yeah, okay, so you can... Yeah, so you can do fast and semi-fast, and you can do... You can't do all stations. Okay, never mind. Service bound from Milton Keynes, which usually starts at South Croydon. However, due to the weather, they are running out of Purley to aid in keeping the line free of snow. The service will run as far as Clapham Junction for a driver train. Okay. I'm not too sure if I'm going to do that. It does seem to be on this route. It does only seem to be a St Pancras to Ramsgate, which takes 92 minutes. But it says here, driver 395 from Gravesend to Ramsgate in the snow. That's, yeah. We've already done this one anyway, Ramsgate to Margate, so we've already done that. But you can seem to do yeah, but it says it in the snow, so I'm not too certain if we are ever going to do it in the snow, because I think it's probably a little bit dangerous as it is. These turbo stars are going to be interesting, because I can run a route between Barking to Gospel Oak, Gospel Oak to Barking. These turbo stars no longer exist, they're now in the Midlands, so I think they're like up north now. I can't remember. I'll have to have a look. But there is tons of it. I mean, you've got like 395 Thameslink units. These no longer exist. You've got First Capital Connect. Effectively, you know what? I'm just going to call it Thameslink because it is basically Thameslink. Basically, when they started in 1988, it was actually Thameslink. So, and that was part of the Network South East brand anyway. So, but yeah. Yeah, so like literally, we got ones here. So you can drive a full length, obviously, or 55 minutes from Bedford to St Pancras International. So, and I think this goes through the low bit because it says here, look, this service will continue to Beckenham Junction. So I have a feeling this will probably be something. Yeah. There are some depot movements here as well. Take a passenger service from St Albans to St Pancras Thameslink. London St Pancras International, more like, I think, mate. Anyway. But yeah, so we've got quite a few routes. We've got quite a few trains. That is pretty much quite a decent lineup. Now, we've got 378, which I might do at some point in the future. And then we've got our classic, like 483. We've got 700 down there. 700s I can now actually do as a proper route. So, like, I might be able to try that at some point soon. I'm just going through some packs for you guys, like train ones I've already got, because I know some people on here haven't seen it. That's a rail fan man. We won't ever do rail fan man. It's not worth doing that. So yeah. So I don't know what the 466s do from Gillingham City. Oh, okay. So you can operate a Gillingham CNS service and you can operate in the snow. It's like, okay, I thought you couldn't do that. Okay, so I've obviously been looking at the wrong pack. But it gives you a bit of an overall view as to what the Sheerness branch like operates. If that clock wouldn't be so, yeah. But yeah. Yeah, so guys, I'm going to go and have a little bit of lunch now. I'm just going to check my phone to see if there's any messages. No, there's no messages. It's 1 o'clock. Thank you all for joining us, obviously, on the live today. If you are on the live, be sure to hit subscribe or like the video stream. This will go out as a video, obviously, after it's finished streaming. So if you guys did miss any bits, you can go back to it and obviously see it again, obviously a bit later on. Basically, what I'm going to do for this new year, because it's 2023, the Santa and review videos, they're going to be kept on now for pretty much the whole year. Although I might take them off, obviously, at some point, maybe in February, because I know for a fact that, obviously, by then, it's not Christmas, but obviously... So there's going to be a timer, obviously, on those videos, obviously, where they'll come out only available at Christmas and that. These train sim ones I will do, and this summer, if I do get to a point where I can actually do some day trips, there will be some vlogs, obviously, of places I go to. There might be a London one where I maybe probably go to Barking, but I've got to check to see what the condition of carriage is on, like, Network Rail and National Rail and that. So, yeah, thank you very much for joining us, obviously, on the live today. Do feel free to, obviously, you know, put down a message or whatever, or comment down below, and I will get back to you at some point. There will be a post coming out next week, so hopefully, yeah. So yeah, thank you very much. See you later.